Okay, my essay was over how America's involvement in World War One changed the outcome of World War One, and also um, how America and America helping out with World War One impacted world history, like as a whole. Um, World War One started in the year 1914 and ended in 1918. World War One was started due to the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. This led to Serbia and Austria-Hungary. This led Serbia and Austria-Hungary to go into war because the Archduke Franz Ferdinand was from Austria-Hungary, and a man from Serbia assassinated him. The World War One was like a major domino effect in how it started, because it started with him getting assassinated, which is the catalyst for World War One. And it led to Serbia asking Germany for help, and then Austria-Hungary asking Russia for help, and then Germany trying to infiltrate like France and stuff, and then it just like spiraled on from there. The main countries involved in World War One, were just European, so from across the pond. Germany, Russia, Serbia, Britain, Austria-Hungary, France. Were some main factors or countries in World War One. America, from the start, or when World War One started, wanted to remain neutral through the whole thing. So, in the beginning stages of World War One, Woodrow Wilson was very adamant in keeping American involvement out of foreign affairs. So World War One, the events that took place led to America leaving behind their neutral, or the advances that Germany made against America led them to ditch their neutral decision, and this led to the Allied powers winning World War One, because America provided soldiers, troops, ammunition, and stuff, weaponry, and also changed world history by making America a military power, and having women join the workforce. First and foremost, Germany was the main reason why World War One had started getting so out of hand. Wilhelm II was a German leader during World War One. He was very aggressive and wanted Germany to dominate. He wanted German domination of the world. He believed that World War One was Germany's ticket to this domination and power. Germany's instigation was the main reason for American involvement in World War One. One way Germany instigated America was by sending the Zimmermann telegram. The Zimmermann telegram was sent to Mexico, asking for Mexican alliance to Germany, or if America joined the war, then Germany asked Mexico to become allies with them, and that Germany promised Mexico, Texas, or like southern states that they lost during the Mexican-American War, that Mexico lost to the United States. The United States intercepted this telegram, and saw that the Germans were planning to take America, to take America into war, and this angered them, obviously, And also, submarine warfare was a major thing that Germany was doing. They targeted a lot of merchant ships, which was their main tactic in World War One. It was mainly unrestricted since it was so new, submarine warfare. This led to the uncontrolled bombing of merchant ships. Woodrow Wilson asked Germany to stop this, and there was a law that was passed so that Germany could, what's it called? Basically, there's a law that was passed that like Germany would give the ship a warning and get all of the American merchants off the ship and then bomb it, which wasn't so good. There were multiple ships that were sunk, and then after this law was passed, the Germany sunk the Lusitania, which was carrying hundreds of American civilians on there, and they didn't like warn them or anything. Woodrow Wilson was angered about the Germans bombing and killing innocent American people without any reason, basically just because they could. The sinking of the Lusitania was the last straw for the United States and basically pushed the U.S. into joining World War One. The U.S. intervention in World War One changed the tides of the war. Basically, the war at this point, it was pretty a balance. Like, no one knew which side was going to win. And the United States, after the United States joined in retaliation to Germany, they provided soldiers, artillery, supplies, and stuff to the Allies. This shifted the United States into global military dominance and like gave them a presence and an influence in like military because they became more militarily minded after this. Germany was still unafraid of America though at this point, which was a very bad move. That was basically that was their hubris. So that's what led to their downfall. The aid that the United States gave the Allied powers pushed them to be whatever. And that the United States becoming so militarily minded has stuck since then. So it gave America so America started to be like a world power after World War One because of this. The United States' involvement in World War One also changed the course of women's history. Women up until World War One were stereotyped as housewives and caretakers. This motif was heavily present in American society pre-World War One. Since the Allies needed troops, many men were drafted into fighting in World War One. With less men to work and put food on the table, many women sought out jobs in the workforce. With the absence of husbands, many women did not know how they were going to feed their families and keep food on the table. American troops fighting in World War One led to a massive influx of women in the workforce. World War One had a huge impact on how women in American society and culture were viewed. Women during World War One kept the American economy afloat due to the lack of people able to perform jobs and actually work. Many women worked in textile factories or other types of trade jobs. This shift and caused a new wave of feminism and a more meaningful appreciation of women in American society. After World War One, women stopped being viewed as fragile and weak, and were basically more appreciated because they were useful now, I guess. I don't know, which kind of sucks. Although, yeah, the sad thing is though that women are still viewed as caretakers, so it's still if a woman wants to have a career, she still in today's society, it's still like viewed as she needs to have a family, and she's the one who has to take care of that family. And if she wants a career, like have a career on the side, when men are just like, they work, they come home, and that's it. But women have to like clean and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, in conclusion, American involvement shifted the outcome of World War One as well as world history by America becoming more military minded and having women joining the workforce. Germany's instigation and underhandedness of America led to American involvement in World War One. America's involvement led to the Allies winning, and this led to America being viewed as a world power, which has stuck around, and the America giving troops to the Allies led to women joining the workforce, which is great, because now women's rights, And yeah.